Hello everybody and welcome to a new video with theories and thoughts. I know you guys have been anxious to get a new episode and I'm so happy that you enjoyed this series, so let's jump right into today's theory. I didn't come up with this theory I'm going to talk about today. Two friends of mine, Alicia and Cora Dragonwater, created this theory, and I found it really interesting and wanted to make a video about it. So what's it about? It is that our character in SSO is the reincarnation of Aideen herself. So let's dive into this theory. We know that Aideen was the one who brought life to Jorvik with her light and harp. Considering she came down from a star and the druids are following her, you could assume that she is linked with Fripp. And if you suppose that Fripp and Garnock have been on Jorvik since the times of Jon Jarl. Since Aideen came from a star and has remarkable powers, we could assume that she was the first Soulrider. When she lived on Jorvik, Aideen got 5 daughters. 4 of the daughters got their respective power: healing, vision, portal making, and soul strike. These 4 became Soulriders as well. They also look exactly like Linda, Lisa, Anne, and Alex. The evidence that exists to support this part of the theory is the fact that in the Starshine Legacy series, during one episode the girls finds this old article from 1933. Since it's Swedish, I will translate it for you. Horse saves 4 girls trapped in ruins. A horse became yesterday's big hero when a rescue mission was executed at the old fields in northeast of Jorvik. After a school trip to the ruins close by the fields, there were 4 girls missing. A search party consisting of police, school staff, and locals searched through the area for hours until all hope seemed lost. The 4 girls were found just before sunset, but not by the search party, but by a horse named Little Starshine from Jorvik's riding academy. The little heroic horse found a small hole where the girls seemed to have entered through. The girls were safe and sound, but a bit confused when they spoke about ghosts and spirits in the ruins. When the hole later was investigated, there were of course no tracks of evil spirits. If we look at the picture, the girls really look like our current Soulriders, but it's not possible it could be them if we look at the date, 1933. It's too early. It's more likely this could be their grandmothers. This supports the theory that all the Soulriders have looked the same. And of course, the enormous paintings in Pine Hill of what I would guess is an early generation of Soulriders who also look almost exactly like our current ones. And I just have to point out something. You know, Alex is called the warrior of the Soulriders since she is the only one with the power that could hurt someone else. Her counterpart on the paintings is the only one actually holding the swords, which is an awesome detail. So back to the theory. These 4 daughters with the 4 bloodlines has their respective power in the blood, like a gene in the DNA. It's always passed down to the next Soulrider, just like a color of hair or color of the eyes. However, the powers are inactive and only turns active when the Soulriders are needed. This would explain why Garnock hasn't been freed yet, because every generation of Soulriders has stopped him ever since the ship crash-landed in the sea outside of Jorvik, and this also explains why Fripp knows so much about them. However, we have 1 daughter left, since I said Aideen had 5 daughters. So all her sisters got powers, but the 5th daughter got none, and she decided to leave Jorvik. This is where our SSO character comes into the picture. She is actually part of the bloodline from the 5th daughter. The 5th daughter, our character, is the reincarnation of Aideen, aka Aideen born anew. Aideen's powers has always been in the blood for the 5th daughter, but always stayed inactive. It has never been awakened because the 5th Soulrider has never been needed. Until now. The danger on Jorvik has grown so big it's not enough with only 4 Soulriders. When the player is asked by Elizabeth to activate the stones above her house, we activate all of them, which is something that shouldn't be possible. Elizabeth gets surprised and say that it has to be kept a secret, which shows that she knows something we don't. At the horse statues in Guardian's Dale, there is a fifth statue which probably is Aideen's, but it's broken. By whom, we don't know. But it's possible that someone don't want the world to know that there is a fifth Soulrider, and the fifth is the most powerful one since it's basically Aideen herself, power-wise. But since the power is newly awakened in our blood, we are not that strong yet. We need all the 4 Soulriders before we can use our own to the fullest. So what do you think about this theory? Could it be true that our player is the reincarnation of Aideen herself? It would actually explain why there suddenly is a 5th Soulrider who has never been seen before. It could also explain why we haven't been doing much magical training and such, since our powers can only be used to the fullest if all the 4 other Soulriders are gathered. And the fact that Elizabeth wants to keep it as a secret. I guess if we start to use our powers, it will probably be pretty obvious that we are powerful, and people will start asking questions. That could also be one of the reasons why we haven't received that much training yet. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you think. I hope you liked this video, guys, because it was really fun to talk about. And in the next video, I will talk more about Garnock. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!